Good morning. Two announcements to start us off. First of all, our show choirs had an amazing, unbelievable, probably best ever weekend. This past Saturday, they were out at the Prairie Show Choir Invitational, and it was a complete sweep for the Warriors. I'm going from memory here, so I hope I get this all right. But the Vivace won the 9th grade competition, first place. Celebration won the prep division, first place. Also, I believe they had both best vocals and best choreography. Celebration did, and also Thomas Corbett was best male solo in a prep group. So all that from Celebration pretty much won everything. And Momentum grand champion of the open division, and they also had best vocals, and they had both of the best solos. Melissa Tormonet, best female solo, and Shondell Young, best male solo. So it was an amazing weekend. All groups winning their divisions, and Mo, the grand champion, and 3 of the 4 solo awards were won by Washington, and both of the vocal awards and 1 of the choreography awards. So congratulations to everybody. I know there was a lot of work. I know everybody was working really hard to make that come together, and it certainly did. So congratulations, and right back at it this coming weekend out at Linmore. So good luck then too. But I wanted to start by saluting our awesome show choirs. Now my second announcement applies to probably a fairly small minority of students here, but it's a very important minority. I think it was Thursday at lunch, Amy Faulkner, our checking attack person, and I think Mo Blue was there, our attendance person, and the associate principals, Mr. Johnson and Dr. Nyberg and I, we went over a list that Amy Faulkner had of kids who are kind of in marginal trouble in their classes right now. And here's the point I really want to make, and I hope you listen carefully to this. So a number of those students, we probably looked at 40, some maybe 50 different names. And most of those 50, they're freshmen and sophomores, obviously in academic difficulty, or we wouldn't have been looking at them. But almost all of them had classes they could pass. There might have been a couple, 3 classes, and many of their schedules are not going to pass. We get that. But every single class counts. This is my message to you. Every class counts. And if you only pass 2 of your 5 or 3 of your 5, that's 2 or 3 you do not have to take over again later next year or over the summer or in the credit recovery lab. So focus on those courses you can still pass and put in some real effort to get that done in these remaining 4 days. 3 days of classes and then day of finals for each of those classes coming up on Thursday and Friday. A lot of you have 55%, 58%, 57% in 1 or 2 classes, and all out effort to try and get those done. And teachers, maybe you could identify some of those students too and give them some extra push, give them passes for warrior time to see how many students we can actually get over that hump and passing classes, even though you don't pass everything. This is what I don't want you to give up. Every class you pass is to your advantage. That's one you will not have to make up. Okay, now on with some regular announcements. And first of all, I've been telling you this. You should, over these last couple of days, review your second semester schedule. And if there are any changes needed, go and see the counselors. And I also, enrollment is growing a little bit now in our new class for this spring term called Foods and Nutrition 1. Remember that you must take that class to be eligible for Pro Star, our chef program, next year. So hopefully we'll see some more of you see your counselors about getting that class added sometime soon. It's mid-January almost, and the track season is just around the corner. It starts on February 15th. So you have a meeting. This is for a boys track meeting on Wednesday after school at 3:15 in the cafeteria. And by the way, if you have some books out from the library, either return them or stop by and renew them, or at least make sure they're not overdue. Get the new semester off to a good start with I don't need overdue books. Birthdays today: Elizabeth Chatham, Madeline Harker, Abdurrahmani Hassani, Nicholas Nassif, Lauren Paculis, Amadea Temple, and Ian Williams. All those birthdays are today. And also the counseling office, as I've been mentioning, has some new scholarships, so check their website, or you can stop and pick up a hard copy of their information about those scholarships as well. Study table today, the 3 actual class days, Monday through Wednesday right after school. Freshman girls game postponed. It was scheduled for 4 o'clock today. Good luck to our freshman boys. They head out to Prairie for a pair of games at 4 and 5:30. Wrestlers, freshman wrestling meet out at Linmar. And we got some JV basketball games here as well. And here are your lunch choices for today. Soft shell tacos with lettuce, cheese, and salsa, or burger basket with fries, or pasta bar, or yogurt with bacon and cream cheese, sub sandwiches, and pizza wedge round out your lunch opportunities. I have a bunch of sports results. I'm going to hit them really, really fast and get to our student announcers. We don't have too many student announcers today, so we're good on time, I think. Sophomore boys basketball picked up a pair of wins. Beat Hempstead 46-41 on Friday night. Travis Metzger, Max Campbell, Mick McCurry, Colin Westmoreland, Drew Christensen, and John T. Collins were the scoring leaders. Also, Coach wants to single out Jacob Backenstedt and Nolan Potter for their excellent play. They picked up another win then on Saturday over at Grinnell against a very good JV time. That win was 62-55. Mick McCurry led with 21 points, followed by Travis Metzger with 15, Max Campbell with 10, and Colin Westmoreland with 9. Again, good play by Backenstedt and Potter. They won 3 games in a row now, the sophomore men, and they're now 3-2 in the conference, 4-4 overall. Girls varsity picked up a couple wins, I think I have that here, but I pretty much have it memorized. They also beat Hempstead by a pretty big score on Friday night, and they also beat Grinnell on Saturday afternoon. On Saturday afternoon, it was Melanie Hager with 3 assists, Janiqua Clark with 11 points and 8 steals. That's a lot of steals. Peyton Bruner with 12 points, Vanessa Aniola with 9 points, 7 rebounds and 6 steals, and took a charge. And Ann Visser, leader with 17 points, and took a charge. And Friday night, their Hempstead win was 67-56. Jayla Johnson led with 16 points and 4 rebounds. Bruner with 13 again, and Yola with 12. Visser with 9, and Clark with 10 points, and again 6 more steals. So that brings our girls out to 7-5 overall. They're on their way to a great season. Got some big games coming up this week. And in wrestling, Will Foreman won the 126-pound weight class at Benton Community on Saturday. Logan Blackmore-Sean placed 5th, and Chris Karamit was 8th. We had a couple of JV champions out there, Dalton Lauderdale and Billy Faulkner. We had a bunch of second places for the JVs, Blake Emig, Brooklyn Butler, Jared Sherman, and Jeremy Marble. Congratulations to all of you. And finally, men's basketball varsity, again, double winners at Hempstead 62-61. Last second shot by Hunter Strait. I wasn't there, but I heard that it rolled around the rim twice before finally dropping in for the winning shot to give the Warriors that 1-point win. Kean Wills had 9 points, Hunter Strait 17, Ian Thomas 8, Malik Jackson 9, and Levici Williams 14. And then they also played over at Grinnell. Won that one 59-53, and Levici had 26 points and 13 rebounds. That is a major double-double. Keon, Dallas, and Ian all with either 4 or 6 points, but lots of rebounds. So it was a great weekend for Warrior Music. It was a great weekend for Warrior Athletics. Let's have another super week this week. Here are your student announcers. Jade.
FCA meets today in the Student Center 128. Lunch will be provided, and we will have a guest speaker and prizes.
And my club meets today.
After school at 1:30.
Make every minute count as you prepare for your finals on Thursday and Friday. And we thank you for your attention to these Monday morning announcements.